Welcome back, guys. Right now we have the top 10 open world games. These are games that give you a vast open landscape and let you explore, do side missions, or just generally run amok. If you think we missed a game, make sure you tell us on Facebook.
Drifting in at number 10, we have the final game in the Burnout series, Burnout Paradise. As one of the first open world races, it paved the way for games like Hot Pursuit and The Crew. Swinging into number 9, it's Spider-Man 2. Not only is it one of the best movie games, it was also one of the first open world games, pioneering the superhero genre along the way.
It's my home. My playground. My responsibility.
Questing its way into number 8, we have World of Warcraft. A game still played by millions and continually supported by Blizzard with patches and DLCs, it doesn't look like it's going to be slowing down anytime soon.
The world heaves with my torment. Its wretched kingdom.
Sailing in at number 7 with a yo-ho-ho and a bottle of rum, it's Assassin's Creed Black Flag. The fourth entry in the Assassin's Creed franchise, this game focuses in on the life of Edward Kenway, a pirate turned assassin. This is the pinnacle of pirate games, and a great open world game too. Leaping into number 6, we have Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. The newest game on this list, Shadow of Mordor was released in 2014 and was one of the best games of that year. With its revolutionary Nemesis system and advanced AI, it is a truly next-gen game.
Too weak and easily spooked.
Parachuting in at number 5, it's Just Cause 2. This third-person action game was released in 2010 to critical acclaim and is still played by many today. With the help of an official multiplayer mod, Just Cause 2 has secured its place in open-world history. Driving itself into number 4, we have Grand Theft Auto 5. Boasting a massive world map and a wide array of vehicles, GTA has cemented itself as one of the great open world games of this generation.
We play ball and sit in the sun, but, well, you know how it is.
Riding into number 3, it's Red Dead Redemption. We chose this over GTA just because who doesn't love cowboys? We feel like you could just go out and do the things you do in GTA, not that we condone it or anything. But you couldn't go out to 1910 America and do what you do in Red Dead Redemption, and that's what makes this game special.
And find out where he's cowering!
Coming in at a very close second, one of the best games for players that want to live the life of a dragon-slaying badass, or a simple herbalist. You can do that too. This game stands out to us at the office for the sheer amount of content it offers, with over 300 hours of questing, slashing, and looting. And at number 1, it's Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. These games are Bethesda's best. They highlight the developer's strengths and give the player a chance to truly inhabit the world. It was a very tough choice between Skyrim and Fallout here in the office, but we eventually decided on Fallout because of the humor found in its world, as well as how interesting the side missions are.
So that was a very heavily weighted Bethesda and Rockstar list, but it's pretty well deserving.
Credit where credit is due, I suppose.
Yeah, and both studios are really well known for their open world games.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed open world games, and these guys just happen, to be good at what they do. So I don't see why they wouldn't make it into the top 10.
I mean, like, Fallout 3/New Vegas is number 1 on this list, and it was also number 1 on my top games of all time.
I was going to say, you had a hand in this, didn't you?
I swear I didn't. I actually might have, actually, I think. But yeah, I think it's a really good open world game. There's so much stuff to do in it, and I don't know, everything about it is just always fun. But right now, though, we're going back to PAX Australia, where I interview the guys behind Screensheet. So I'm here at PAX Australia in Melbourne 2014. I'm here with Nicholas McDonald, who did mainly everything on Screensheet that isn't the coding.
Yeah, so I'm the artist, level designer, sound designer, producer on Screensheet, yeah.
All right, so let's talk about Screensheet. Screensheet kind of de-evolutionizes
years and years of rules in gaming, and that rule is do not screen cheat.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the game and how it was made and that kind of stuff?
Sure. So, Screen Cheat is a split-screen shooter. Everyone is invisible, and you have to screen cheat. The game is like a party shooter. It's fun. It's silly. It's really lighthearted. It's got loads of maps, weapons, really strange modes and weapons as well. And it started at Global Game Jam 2014 in Melbourne, where we had a really weird theme. So what we did, where the theme was like, we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. And we came up with lots of cooperative games where people were talking, and we're like, if we do this, everyone's going to screen cheat and just like cheat at this cooperative game where we want people to talk and communicate. So instead, we're like, let's make that the entire mechanic of the game.
Yeah.
So we went on, and we're like, it made sense, and we just made this like shooter that just harkens back to everything we hated as kids, or loved, depending on who you were.
So since the Game Jam, you've got a lot of press, both nationally and internationally.
Yeah.
What do you think it is about the game that's making everyone so excited to play Screen Cheat?
I think it's really dumb.
Yeah.
I think that's people like dumb ideas. I mean, like Goat Simulator, right? We're really happy that our game is really deep and really complex beyond the pitch, but the pitch, I think, speaks to so many people about like things they encounter in their like early teens and childhood.
Yeah.
So yeah, it like resonates with a lot of people, and it's a quite exciting game, honestly, once you start playing it too.
So you've actually shown the game in multiple countries as well. In PAX Prime, I believe it was.
Yeah, we were at PAX Prime Seattle back in August. Yeah.
What have you observed, but like with the players? Like, are people picking up really easy, or are they taking a few tries? Because I know when I was doing it, especially, like trying to get into that notion where, oh wait, I have to look at the other screen now. How are people like responding to Screen Cheat?
People, if they get the mechanic and they've played shooters before, they usually get it in like 1 or 2 games. I mean, the whole game is about screen cheating and processing information, so learning maps is super, super important. And it can take them a little bit of time, but even then, they sort of like, they dig it so much, they just get into it.
Yeah.
And the people who don't get into it are the people who wouldn't play it anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, it's like, it's surprisingly easy to absorb, and because we keep it really lighthearted, like we wanted to make it fun to die.
Yeah.
There's a reason we have ragdolls that project across the map. The dumb kill messages, like we wanted to make it fun to die and fun to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, we lowered that bar of entry as much as we could for such a complex mechanic, right? The hobby horse, for example, is a really good example of how we twist weapons. Like, I wanted to make a lance for our game, like a charging weapon.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that's gonna be so boring to model. I don't want to make that. So I was just like, I was just thinking of like kids with like a little spear and running down and like little toy horse. And then from there I was like, okay, this is a weapon. And then I gave it like, it's got like Back to the Future trail of fire behind it. It's got like wind blowing and you're just charging around the map. So that's a really good example of sort of like the way we approach weapons.
Awesome.
Like mechanically, they're designed for Screen Cheat, and from there we go on and we make them fun. Or sometimes it's like thematics first and then a mechanic afterwards.
Yeah.
And the maps are a really big mix. Like I really wanted, we don't have many maps because we didn't have a lot of time. So I wanted the maps to be a good mix of genres and styles of maps. Like, I mean, the key factor for me as a designer is that they're vertical. So all the maps incorporate that. Everything's color-coded. And then from there, I've got some nice easy starting maps. You can see in the background they're playing Museum, which is our first map. And that's really easy to learn. And then we've got some really hardcore maps where you can fall off. We use jump pads and vents a lot, a lot. And it's all about motion and flow in the maps.
Awesome. All right. Just lastly, can you tell us where we can get Screen Cheat?
Screen Cheat can be purchased from Steam, Good Old Games, and Humble for Windows, Mac, and Linux currently.
All right. Thank you very much for talking with us.
Thank you so much.